Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye, the coolest guy that ever lived. If he could do a disco song, disco's still cool. I don't care what they say about it. In the studio with me is the legendary Joe Baggs, a City of Louisville employee. What did you teach? Financial empowerment?
Financial empowerment, that is correct.
So many people need that information, don't they?
Oh, yeah, trust me. You talk to anybody, whether they are somebody who's a low-income resident or to the top echelon of income in the city of Louisville. Everyone needs help managing their money.
Managing their money because we all lose our minds now and again and do things that are dumb.
No, you're not wrong.
That's not why you're here, and I'm glad you're here. Great to talk to you. Your real name's Joey Cecil, and there's a website called Love My Joy. I just learned your nickname on there. Joe Baggs goes Joe Bald. You are wearing a special headpiece on there because there's I think electrical impulses that are hooked to your skull. Is that right?
There are. So to help treat the ongoing cancer diagnosis, it is the only day-to-day treatment option for those of us diagnosed with brain cancer is this Optune device. Because otherwise, there is a finite limit for the amount of radiation and chemotherapy pills that one can take. But this electrotherapy, it can be ongoing, and they actually advise you to wear it on a monthly average of 16 to 18 hours per day. So wear it as much as possible to help try and fight the growth and the division of all those new cancer cells trying to grow.
You cannot sleep with that?
Oh, no, they advise that you do. And now I attempt to sleep, whether or not I'm successful.
Do you sleep like in a chair, like a recliner or something? Is that easier with that device on your head?
No, I still sleep in my bed. It's different than what it used to be because I am plugged into my machine, which is plugged into a wall. So I do have a finite amount of room to move around, roll over and such. So it's, I will still feel the pull back from my cords if I do happen to go too far. And there is some heat pressure if you're laying directly on top of one of the electrodes attached up there.
This is astounding. I mean, you have this difficult medical situation. You don't know what the prognosis is yet because you haven't learned everything here, but it's obviously could be deadly. Mm-hmm. You have so much joy that comes from your face. You look like the happiest guy who ever lived. Your face just says, that you're an approachable, lovable person. I saw on your website, too, the mayor had kind words to say about you.
Yeah, Mayor Fisher is a great guy. I've worked with him a few times on different metro government projects and such, but it was great that my friend Ben here was able to reach out and get that nice piece of video from his staff because in this day-to-day fight, it's always great to get those little pieces of encouragement that come out of left field, especially from someone like the mayor who, I was not even sure if he remembered who I was. So it's always a great little thing to get.
He remembers everybody. That's how that goes. Your friend Ben is Ben Jackie. Hi, Ben. Good to see you again.
You as well. Thanks for having us.
Longtime media contact and colleague for all of us around here. We appreciate what you're doing, too. So there are some events to help Joey coming up here this weekend?
Absolutely. Just to rewind a bit, I've only known Joey for, has it been a year? Even that, I don't even know if it's that. And when I found out, I was immediately moved to action. That's the kind of impact he's had on my life and the impact he's had on a lot of people. So we all rush into action, we're disorganized, and then we finally kind of get organized and we start doing some things. So we've had great partnerships with Louisville City FC, with Saints Pizza and Pub, Sampan Screen Print. They've all been great. So they've all tried to pitch in a little bit here and there. But probably our biggest event we're going to have is on Friday, and that's at 10 Penn Lanes in St. Matthews. $25 entry, and you can bowl. I think you can win some money. There's going to be all kinds of silent auction items. But I will give this proviso. So I'm thinking like bowling event. Oh, it's going to be fun and laid back. Joe's a state champion bowler, and he wears this contraption on his head and is still rocking like 250s and 270s.
No, get out of here.
Yeah.
I'm still getting used to it. I've just started practicing back with it this past couple weeks, and it's been interesting that my first few games and shots with it have been in front of cameras and for different various media outlets. But it's something I'm getting used to because, I don't like to have to take this off. I like to try and keep it on as much as possible. And usually sweat breaks the connection, but so far we haven't had any issues with me bowling in it. So
what are you doing? You're disconnecting from it, unplugging from it when you're actually rolling the bowling ball.
Yes, I take everything off completely, and I usually use that as my time off because you're given time off every 2 to 3 days to maintain the wellness of your head. Shave it, clean it, make sure there's no rashes or rough spots, anything like that. And
have you rolled a 300 since you got this diagnosis?
I have not. Actually, one of my first games back with everything attached, I shot a 277. I got close.
That's fantastic.
I wish that was the one we got for the cameras, but I've been close. So it's one of my goals is to shoot an honor score with this.
Your shirts are hilarious too. Ben's wearing "Brains are sexy, save one," and you've got another one on. I can't see through there.
This is Love on the Brain, a little play off the Rihanna song there.
Oh, nice.
And then we've got another one that's not necessarily for kids, but it says "Kick Cancer in Me,"
and it has two soccer balls
at the bottom because Joe's big into soccer as well. In fact, that's how we met. So if you got a sense of humor and you just want to be a good human being, you can go to our website and you can purchase shirts there as well.
That website is LoveMyJoey.com. Now, what are you doing with Louisville City FC?
So I've been a close friend of the team since the beginning. I interned with the team their first year, and I've always stayed close to them since then. And ever since this situation of mine popped up, the team's been nothing but great for supporting me. They've had me out to trainings to meet the guys, gave me a signed jersey, and they gave me the open invitation to always come back. They even had me do a coin flip for a game earlier this season. So anytime that I'm out there at the game, they've always been nothing but supportive and making sure I have everything I need.
And Saturday's match, they're including a special little area.
Right. So Saturday they're having it's probably the biggest match of the season so far because it's against FC Cincinnati, who we hate with the fire.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. But we're having a big tailgate where we're actually blocking off part of Clay Street, right?
Clay Street, yep.
And what's great about that is there will be food from Saints, different breweries, all that kind of stuff, but then we'll also be raising money for Joey. But I have to say this, beyond just Louisville City, there's a bunch of different supporters groups for the soccer team. There is Scow's House, there's Black Sheep, there's the Louisville Coopers, and everyone has found some way to contribute to Joey's fight. And that's what's been awesome is this just huge circle of people that have gotten around him. You've met him. You can already see why we all gravitate towards him. And the best part about it is no matter what that cancer is doing to him inside, outside, he's still the same guy we love.
I noticed it right away when I went out to say hi to you a little while ago. Well, Joey, I am delighted to meet you. I'm so glad everybody's coming together to help you in this struggle. But you seem to have your attitude screwed on properly.
Well, it's something I've been saying all day is that every time someone sees me, a long friend, long-time family members, anything like that, they always say, "I'm so sorry about what happened. And I'm so sorry that you have to go through this." And for me, it's never been about the sadness or any of that kind of stuff. It's been about the opportunity to see all these people step up and support me and see all these support networks grow and flourish. And that's been amazing to see, which I otherwise may have never seen all these different people have my back and support me through this. So while it took something like this to see that, I've been nothing but grateful for everything that's happened.
Let's go bowling. Help Joey Friday night at 10 Penn and St. Matthews, and then Saturday at the Louisville City FC match outside there on one of the side streets. There's part of the street fair.
That's right, and it's all on our website, LoveMyJoey.com.
You're the best, Joey.
Thank you all for having
Joey Bags! Bags of money. That's what it is from back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
They called him that a long time ago. Glad to have you here, Joey Bags. LoveMyJoey.com is the website. All right, we're going to talk to Coach Scott Davenport on the way in about 15.